loves, this is Bucket0069 coming to you with another relationship video. The games. Oh my god, the games. I don't know, it's like I think I stated before, like when you're by yourself, you're more in tune to the games. You see the game for a mile away, and it does really and truly help you a lot when you know what you want and what you will and will not tolerate. I can't stress that enough. I can't say it enough, but it does help a lot. Now, I know, like again, we talked about peer pressure. You will have people who are outside of yourself that will tell you that if you feel that way, then you will be the rest of your life alone and by yourself. And my answer to that is fudge them. Truly, fudge them. If that's what it takes, that you will be by yourself alone because you set standards and you set certain things for yourself, then be alone by yourself, because you are at a stage in your life where you're comfortable with yourself, that you can set a bar of what you want and what you will and will not tolerate in your life. If you're already in a relationship or you already are attached to somebody, that bar does not necessarily apply to that person, because you have already made that decision that regardless of whatever their attitude was or whatever their behaviors are, that you're going to stick it out and you're going to work through it. So those people who you have feelings for and that you're attached to, it does not apply to those people. However, people who are strangers or who are new, who are taking your application, then those standards apply. Imagine if again, we have to look at this as a job. We are our job. We are our own job. We are our own personal business and our own personal corporation. If you go into a job and you do not meet the requirements of the job and you do not meet the specifications of the job, you do not get the job. It's that simple. It's that simple. Steve Harvey, those rules that Steve Harvey wrote, even though he's been married 3 times, there are some wisdom in some of them, and some of his wisdom, and some of the female who wrote the book, actually, wisdom. There is some method to that madness. There is something one of the key ones is the 90-day rule. I love that. The 90-day rule. You cannot go onto a job and get benefits, and you cannot get, your health care and medical and all that other stuff unless you prove that you're self-worthy within 90 days. Where I'm in, the state I am in, if you're a state or a city worker, you cannot even get a check. Can you imagine that? A check for 30 days. 2 months to 30 days. You cannot get a check. Imagine you apply for this big time job. You're happy, but you cannot even get paid until 2 to 3 months later. And then you get paid once a month. Meditate on that for a minute, okay? So why are you allowing people who you don't even know, who are applying to be your mate, your boyfriend, your wife, your husband, or whatever the case may be, why are you letting these people just come into your life, come into your sphere, and just get all the benefits that they have not worked for? They haven't proven themselves. Why are you doing that to yourself? Recently, and I really don't like to talk, I try to keep up with the guys that I communicate with, and it was kind of funny that a part of the group that I'm belong to, a specific group, they just had a major discussion about, is it cheating to date more than one person? You're filling out an application. Does a job stop at one application? I have known several jobs that have taken applications with people wrapped around the building, and it's only been 2 positions or 3. So, no, it's not cheating when you're taking applications. You're taking an application for a position in your life. That person's applying for a position in your life. Whether it be guy, girl, whatever the case may be, they're applying for a position in your life. You can take as many applications as you want. You don't stop at one application. You take an application until that person meets the requirements of the job and nothing else. Now, recently I had some applications, recent updated applications, and one thing I do not tolerate, I cannot tolerate, is, as you can tell, you know, I'm still a little hood rat, I'm probably like 50% hood rat, and probably 35%, or probably a lot more hood rat, and probably like 35% educated female. I have spent so much time in communities that are minorities. So when I come up across another minority, and the majority of that was during my college undergrad year, I haven't done too much in my state. I want to, but I don't want to. I want to be active. I want to be involved. As a matter of fact, my first job in the state of Texas was to make people who serve certain areas live in the areas that they serve. That was my first job here in Texas. That was my first job. It didn't pay well. It didn't pay $20 an hour. It didn't pay $19 an hour. It paid $1 per signature. That was my first job. Of course, with me doing school and being a doctor and all that other stuff, I couldn't dedicate as much time to it. If I would have dedicated, who knows where I would have been now. But I was trying to focus on school, wifery, you know, being a mom, all that other stuff. But getting back to my recent application. So if I'm doing this for communities that do not belong even to me, if they're just minorities, they're Mexican, they're Puerto Rican, they're Native American, they're whatever, Asian, American. If I'm doing work for a community that does not belong to me, I do not specify my African American community. I have done work with them as well. So if I'm not specifying my community, because as far as I'm concerned, regardless of what nationality you are, if you're a minority, you are my brother, you are my sister, you have the same skin color. Because at the end of the day, those people who you think are your friends, or should I say, those people who think you have accepted you, acceptance, have accepted you, are calling you out of your name behind your back. One thing I do not tolerate is, and I'm getting emotional, but one thing I do not tolerate is if you're a minority and you don't know who you are. You're so caught up in what society wants you to be that you don't know who you are. That breaks my heart. Because why am I working for you? Why am I busting my behind and you're not? I can be like, whoa, I'm not that I'm not that minority. That's none of my business. Why am I busting my butt for you? Why am I fighting for you? Why am I standing up for you? Why am I blogging on Facebook? I'm not going to bring my political here. But why am I blogging on Facebook if I see you in the street dead unjustly? Why am I doing this? And I don't even know you. You're a minority, but I look at you as my brother, my sister, my uncle, my aunt, my child. Why am I doing that? But you don't know you. So how can you date me? You can't date me. You cannot be with me. Because I'm fighting for you and you're not fighting for yourself. I am putting in work and you're not putting in work for yourself. Another thing, another application. I'm not stupid. I listen. I may be doing 50 million things when I'm talking to you or texting you, but that to me, it's a law in Islam. That was my last religion. To not even look a man when he's talking to you in his face. Because to lower your gaze when you're talking to a man, not to show submission, but because God, the creator, or whatever form that you in Islam is Allah, because he will reveal to you the truth of the man's message that he's speaking unto you. So when I'm busy with doing other things, when I'm talking to you on the phone, via text, I'm hearing you more intent than to give you my undivided intention. I don't think my ex-partner, or whatever you want to call him, I don't think he understood that concept. I hear you more when I'm not paying attention to you. When I'm paying attention to you directly, I'm not hearing exactly what you're saying. I'm hearing the words, but I'm not hearing the meaning behind the words. So when I'm talking to Johnny, Terry, whatever, I'm hearing what you're saying underneath the line. So I hear the little side comments about your penis. I hear the little side comment about I want you to D me down. I hear all of that. As a matter of fact, you would think after 2 years, when I bring up stuff that was said at the side, that he would know that I heard him. I heard him more than he realized what he was saying. So, I had to correct 2 people. How are you going to say side comments to me about your sexuality when this is our first conversation? Where the H do you think now until further on is going to go? I already have an impression in my mind of how this is going to work out. You've already set yourself up to fail. But I'm going to let you go. As old folks say, I'm going to give you enough rope to hang yourself. And I will continue to give you enough rope to hang yourself. I don't know. Maybe I'm just setting up people to fail. Maybe. But I think of myself as very simple. If I tell you my cards, just like these playing cards, if I put my cards on the table, well, don't expect anything else. If I pull out, let's see, a 2 of spades, a 2 of diamonds, sorry, 2 of diamonds, don't expect an 8 of diamonds. Simple. I'm a very simple person. Very simple. So, that is my relationship advice and what I have been going through recently. I can tell you something else. Okay, I'll tell you something. A little something. I have longer friends that I've known forever. We have no reason. Every time I feel that we've gotten to the point where of understanding, because understanding is the key part of any relationship. Understanding of each other. And having the need and feeling that you can breathe. Every time I feel like we can come and come to understanding of breathing, he shows me he cannot breathe. I just recently saw an article about the gossicle. If me and you are not together, well, first of all, if we are together, or even if we're not together, I should be able to tell you things and you not get offended. I should be able to share with you my life, and you should vice versa. If you get offended, there's something wrong with the program in yourself. If you get offended with a situation or something, a talk, then a communication, then there's something wrong with the program within yourself. It has nothing to do with me and of me giving. I'm sharing myself with you. If you cannot receive the message, there's something wrong with the program in you. If you don't feel like you can share your message with me, and I receive it, there's something in the program wrong in the program with me. You understand? It's a give and take. They always say it's all give and take. So, if my friend, I was sharing my joys, my happiness, my accomplishments, my work that I'm putting in, regardless of the outcome. He got offended. Why? I don't understand why. We've had our time. We're on our time. There's nothing to get offended about. So that just tells me there's something wrong with his program and his programming in his mind somewhere over the rainbow. In his programming, there's still an us. Now I admit, I've recently said, I don't know where my story ends. I don't. No one knows where that story ends. Who knows what person will be holding my hand when I take my last dying breath? Who knows if there will be anybody? It might be just the doctors and the nurses. But that doesn't mean that in my mind there's an us somewhere over the rainbow. That means who the heck knows what will happen? What will happen tomorrow? I don't even know what happens tomorrow. I can plan for tomorrow, but I don't know. I can plan for the day after tomorrow, but I really don't know. It's about making the moment, also making the moment last. And that's why I don't like games. I don't like games. I play them because the people I'm around and that I interact with play games. So I have to keep playing games. To play games, a gamer plays games with another gamer and vice versa. But life is so simple. If we would just cut out a lot of the gameplay, our lives would be so much better. If we would stop, if we would come correct and honest with each other, male, female, female, male, and be correct and honest. I need you in my life. I love you. Stop the bullshit. If we would come correct with each other, it would be so much better. That girl or man and whoever you saw me with or whoever you see me talking to or texting don't mean shit. I need you. What's so hard about that? What's so hard? We are so afraid of ourselves and rejection that we cannot do that. So we play games. And then the bad thing is, if I get in a car wreck today or tomorrow, or whoever gets into a car wreck today or tomorrow, the game has been set. If they die, the last thing they'll think about, or maybe not, or one of the things they'll think about before they take their last step: why did I play that fucking game? It wasn't necessary. But it would be easy, and life would be too good if that happened. Because of our pride gets in the way of a lot of things in our lives. And at this time in my life, maybe because I'm getting wiser, who knows? I'm tired of games. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired. That's why in 2011, I stated, and I looked someone in the eye, and I stated, after you, this is it. After you, there will be nobody else. Because I don't want to fight. I don't want to play the game. I don't want to be out here taking applications for a job that is so simple. I am confident, and like stated in my earlier videos, I am confident by day today and tomorrow to die by myself. I'm prepared for that. How many can say that? I am prepared that if I die today or tomorrow, for no one to be there except doctors and nurses. I am prepared for no one ever sharing my bed again. I would like to have a child, another child. My child, the one that you see in the videos, is just turned 8. I don't know if I have the patience to do that. Right now I'm so focused, and that's another thing they say, when women are hurt, they just like focus. I'm so focused on making my life better and improving myself. That I can say happily today or tomorrow that I have some projects that my kids can carry on. I can probably say that I, have a couple bank accounts. I can probably say that, even though they may have nothing in it, I can probably say I accomplished my BA in psychology, regardless to the days that I was hungry, regardless to the days that I was homeless in the homeless shelter, regardless of my father being a negative force in my life, regardless to having to get my children because my mother was no longer able to get a child support check, regardless to having my youngest son's father being a crackhead, a functional crackhead, and his mother died during the time I was going to school as a sophomore and trying to conceive a child for her as a before she closed her eyes. I can say I accomplished it. I did it. Regardless to having criminal issues, which were not even criminal issues. There were issues with my trying to raise my child the best way I could as a single mom, working 2 jobs and going to school full time. Trying to make sure that he is not a dead John Doe black boy in the streets, killed by a cop. Regardless, I can say, I can die today or tomorrow, happy, being alone. I've accomplished so much. I have yet to accomplish more. But that is what I've accomplished so far in my life. I can die today or tomorrow happy. because of that alone. So, loves, be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Forgive yourself. Definitely forgive others. And make the most of your day one. Till then, bye.